Double cream plain yogurt from Clover. Just plain amazing.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now straight from our kitchen to yours. The sizzling Tandoori Style Chicken served with naan bread is 100% going to be your new weeknight favorite. It's bursting with flavor and the ultimate comfort food without any of the guilt. And the hero of this dish, Dumza, is Clover's double cream plain yogurt, which is used both for the naan bread and the marinade. Dumi, you are teleporting me back to Durban.
I know, because if this girl likes her spicy meals, it is Palesa Tembe. And, or should I say Palesa Makoban? Ngoban. Put some respect on her name. But yes, girl, the thing about this dish is that I feel like it's more of a triple threat.
Okay.
Because not only are we able to use the Clover plain double cream yogurt in the naan bread, we use it in the chicken marinade, but we can also use it in our guac just to give it a bit of zinginess. So it depends on how ambitious, not ambitious, what's that word?
Adventurous.
Let's go back to the recipe. So we're going to be making a naan bread. And the simplicity of this one is that it only needs 3 ingredients. We've got our flour over here, and we've chosen to go with self-raising flour. If you don't have self-raising flour, just take a cup of flour to a teaspoon of baking powder, and that gives you homemade self-raising flour.
Wow.
So in here, I'm just going to mix in our dry ingredients. And Pals, may I please ask you to pass me our Clover, the big pack?
Yes.
This is the one that we're using right now. This is the 1 kg, and as you know, it comes in options, whether you want to use the big one or you want to stick to the packs, which you can use in your scuff tin. I mean, you've got options available to you. And in here, we're only going to go in with about 1.5 cups. But the thing about this is it's quite a forgiving dough. It's quite a forgiving recipe where measurements aren't too specific, but it is just about eyeballing it. So I've added about a cup in there. Let's give this back to you, my darling.
Thank you so much, because on my station, I'm actually going to be using the yogurt to help tenderize the chicken. Well, it's already done and dusted for you. Dumi went ahead and already made it. But at the end of the day, using it to tenderize your chicken, you leave it there longer, it makes the chicken so tender, so moist and succulent on the inside out, especially if you're going to be using a cut like chicken breast.
Exactly.
And for me, chicken breast is just dry. I normally don't enjoy it. But add this yogurt to your marinade in that chicken, mwah, voila. At the end of the day, Clover plain double cream yogurt is thick and filling, which gives this meal the perfect amount of creaminess to keep you feeling satisfied. Ding, 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 girl.
Especially because Madam over here has been on her health journey. Girl, I've been watching you, stalking you, watching everything you're doing, and you're very, 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 you're very diligent about making sure that the meals that you're taking in are good for you. And this is another meal that would be really great, like we're talking about a weeknight dinner. It's great as a weeknight snack. It's great as a dinner. It would be something that would also be delicious just as, you know, a snack for a picnic if you're craving it as well. But it's such an easy, user-friendly recipe. And now that we've made our dough, I normally suggest to people, even though it doesn't really need to be kneaded because we're using self-raising flour, it is still important to let the, you know, the gluten in the flour to actually just get activated and released. So let it sit for at least 10 minutes. You know, allow the gluten to relax and make it easier for you to use, because now is the time for us to roll it out.
Okay, as you're rolling it out, Dumi, on my side on the naan bread, I'm basically just leveling up the naan bread, making it delicious. So I've already added our Clover double cream plain yogurt. Dumi's added it in making the naan bread. I'm going to also add it on top of my guacamole here. As Dumi said, it adds to that creaminess every time. But as Dumi did already add it into the mixture of the naan bread, we just want you to know that it helps it keep it light and fluffy. It gives it that nice tangy flavor as you've discussed, and it definitely is a need to try trick.
It is, Palesa. And the other thing about it is that this recipe, as you can see, we've made those naan breads quite big. If you want and you wanted to make them smaller, you've got that option too as well, because depending on how thick you want them, you just decide on the size, you just decide on the shape. So I've gone with, you know, a bit of oblong shapes over here. These are for like your mini naan breads if you're going for a small picnic. But then if you want them bigger, I mean, why not? So the other thing I would suggest, whenever you're making naan bread, try not to roll them out too flat, because you don't want a pizza dough. You still want it to be nice and bready. So I'd like to give it about, you know, 1 or 2 rolls, but still keeping that body in it, because I like it to be nice and filling. I like it to be nice and nutritious and, you know, thick. So I'm just going to roll it out slightly. And now we've got our 2 naan breads over there getting ready. And I see you've completed our masterpiece, my darling.
I have, and we've also got taste testers here. But before we get on to the taste tester, how long does it stay on the griddle pan?
I would advise you to keep an eye on it, but I say give it about 3 minutes on each side. It is important to get those beautiful grill marks on there, but say 3 to 5 minutes on each side, depending also on how crispy you want it. Some people want it crispy, some people still want a nice soft bite.
I love a soft bite. We've already got the finished product here and garnished just the way you like. Ta-da! Cheers, girl. Now, to get your hands on this Tandoori Style Chicken and Naan bread recipe, please do visit afternoonexpress.co.za. But before we head off, Tumi, how does it taste?
Monate.
Ow.
Delicious.
Cheers.
Tandoori.
Yum.
Double cream plain yogurt from Clover. Just plain amazing.